YouTube, and welcome back to another Loose Transistor vlog. I'm your host Lucas, and I know it's been a little while. I haven't released a good informative video for you guys since the little overview that I did on the CL Racing F4s. So yeah, I figured I'd do a little vlog. We can talk about a few things. I can catch you guys up on a few things that I've been doing and a few things that I learned about the new CL Racing F4. And hopefully I can get back to builds and doing some more of those build and review for you guys in the next few months. It's just been extremely busy with work these days, and it's been really hard to get time to sit down and do the builds. Because if I sit down and build a quad and just build it, that takes maybe 2.5 to 3 hours at most. But if I have to film it and everything else, that adds another 3 hours on top of the build, plus all the editing time and all that stuff. So it makes it really difficult for me to get you guys those types of videos right now. And also I don't have anything that you need to build right now, except I did receive this. Haha, this little bag of stuff here. Let's open it up real quick and take a look inside before we talk about the rest of the CL Racing F4 stuff. So this is the Featherlight. So if you guys are following along with the channel, you've been subscribers for a long time, you probably know that the first video build that I did was on the Garuda from Falcon Multi-Rotors. And Falcon Multi-Rotors makes awesome quads, man. That Garuda was pretty much unbeatable. I could never break that thing. So I picked up this right here. It's the Featherlight, so you can check out the arms. It's meant to be a super lightweight build, which seems to be the way that the hobby's going into right now. And I'm going to be building this with the Micro Swift camera. So I'll put a picture of the frame, what it looks like built up, but it came in this nice packaging. Everything is nicely individually packaged up right here, and very, very, very nice. So we'll be doing a build and review on this guy here for you guys. You can see how the frame goes together and how the Featherlight gets all put together. So let's talk a little bit about the CL Racing F4s. So after I put that video up, giving you guys an overview of what changed and what was new about it, I heard a lot of people complaining about roll of death. So they said that they would be flying their quad around, and then the quad would just desync and the whole thing would just tumble down from the sky and fall to the ground. So that kind of got me a little bit worried, and that was before I had even installed it on my quad. So I decided not to say anything and just wait and see how it all played out, and I decided at the same time to test it out on my 6-inch. So I went ahead and I built a 6-inch HIFE frame, which if you guys have seen here in the channel before, I've done one of these before. I built another one. Freaking loving this guy. I flew it the other day, and it just has so much power for what it is. I love it. The punch outs are amazing on this thing. So I built out this quad using the CL Racing F4s, which is right in there in the stack. It has a nice capacitor in the back, and it's using a FX799 600 milliwatt VTX, because this one is my freestyle build. It has a standard HS1177 and the DYS XSD 30 amp D-Shot ESCs. So I read a lot about what people talking about it maybe being crossfire related or it being ESC related, or a lot of theories flying around. I can tell you right away that I had no problems with this setup. So this is using an XSR receiver, our XSR receiver, and the DYS XSD 30 amp ESCs, and I had no issues at all. I was very cautious on the first flight because I was afraid of getting a desync or anything like that, but I had no problem. After 3 flights, I was ripping this thing up and down, no issues at all. So I think that there's something else going on here with the CL Racing F4s and this random roll of death. I mean, we cannot discount poor building technique, or maybe you made a mistake or something like that. Those are always big causes of desyncs. The other big cause would be bad ESCs. So I've been using DYS ESCs and Cicada ESCs for a year now, and I've really come to trust them because after I started using those, I literally have had no desyncs. Ever since BLHES on the DYS and the Cicadas, no desyncs, even on the 4-in-1s. So I don't know. The other thing that was being floated around is that it could have been crossfire. I really don't think that it is crossfire, but one of the theories that seems to make sense to me is that it is related to the Beck circuitry on the F4s, which apparently was changed so that it could give better filtering and better quality electronic signal for your video and so on. But apparently it's more susceptible to ESC noise. So if you have a very noisy ESC, you might cause desyncs, or you might cause your flight controller to shut off, or all sorts of different things apparently can happen. Now, this is like fourth-hand information, so don't quote me on that. I'm not entirely sure. I do know that Chengling is looking into this, and he is apparently preparing some revisions in case it turns out to be a problem with the board. But I have heard of a lot of people flying this board out there without a single issue, and I've had no issues at all. Also, another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about here is, let me just grab something so that I can point with. Boom, this guy right here. So, after I posted that video about the F4s, a lot of people asked me about telemetry. They couldn't get SmartPort telemetry working, and I was like, what do I do about that? I don't even have a Taranis. Haha, I got a Taranis. Yay! So, let's check it out here, just real quick. Yeah, so I got the Taranis right here with the M9 Hall gimbals, which are amazing, and we'll talk about those in a little second there. But so yeah, I got these guys here with our XSR receiver, and I was like, hey, let's get this SmartPort telemetry thing working. How do I do that? And now I did not come up with this solution. Somebody else posted this on my channel as a comment. I forget who it is, so whoever it was, I'm sorry, but thank you very much for that, because that was extremely helpful. So basically what you do is very, very simple. On the flight controller, let me just grab and find the pin here. Okay, so that pin right there, let me see if you can see it. Can you focus? Okay, come on, come on. All right, so the pin that says telemetry right there. All right, so you want to solder your SmartPort telemetry cable from your receiver to that pad right there. That's going to be your UART3 on configurator. So then you're going to go into Betaflight and turn UART3 to SmartPort, okay? Once you do that, you save that, it's all good to go. Your telemetry is still not going to be working. You still have to do one more thing. So you have to go to the CLI, and you have to turn off the telemetry half duplex. I'm not sure exactly what half duplex is. I'm sure somebody else there can explain it to you much better than I do. But it's important to turn it off so that your telemetry can work. So how do you do that? You just basically write in the CLI set TLM underscore half duplex equals 0, I believe. If you do a get half duplex, you should be able to see it and go from there. So just switch that off and your SmartPort telemetry will work. I do have it working on my 6-inch quad right here. It's the only one that I'm using telemetry right now, just because I wanted to test it out with the new F4s. So when I do go to do the build with the F4s on the Featherlight, I will try to get camera control working. And if I can get camera control working, I will show you guys how to do it and how to set it all up, hopefully through the same video so that I don't have to do a separate thing. Now that I've had a chance to fly the CL Racing F4s, I also wanted to comment a little bit on the video filtering. So when I showed you guys the new flight controller, I talked about the capacitor bank that was right here by the back circuitry and the nice big inductor coils. So I had a feeling that this might be a better video experience on the F4s, because on the CL Racing F4, the normal one that I have, I get these vertical lines sometimes, very, very faint ones, or sometimes they're diagonal. So I know that their motor / ESC noise and all that have not been able to cure them any better than what I have right now. So I was kind of hopeful that maybe this CL Racing F4 would be better. I have to say it's pretty much the same, maybe worse, I don't know. There was definitely no improvement to be had in terms of cleaner video, and this time I am using the pass-through to get OSD. So I don't know. Maybe I need to try something else to clear my video a little bit more, but it's not bad. It's entirely flyable, and it doesn't really bother me at all. Alright guys, so that pretty much covers it for the F4s and what I had to say about that. I will update you guys as I use it more and as I fly it some more. But so far it's proven out to be just as solid as the old CL Racing F4, and I'll continue to use it. So I wanted to talk to you guys about the Taranis really quick. So yes, I did get the Taranis. I was a Radiolink guy for a very long time, and I still have my Radiolink radio here. So here it is with the antenna mod and everything else. So I might still be using this guy here for wings and that sort of thing. Solid radio, but here's the thing. After I did the antenna mod, a few months later, I noticed that the range has started to go down. So I watched that video from Jay Barr talking about the port here and how it wears out. So I replaced the SMA connection, and it did improve my range again, but it never was quite the same, and it still seems to be slowly degrading with time. So I don't know, maybe I did the mod wrong, or it's impossible to do it wrong. It's just an UFL. I don't know, something is going on, and the range is just not quite what it was before. And even the stock Taranis with stock antenna and everything else has by far beaten it. So I feel much safer flying it with the Taranis. So pretty sure very soon I'll try and get myself a Crossfire so I can do some long range stuff and just have that added extra layer of security. But I'm very, very impressed with the performance of the radio. I'm not going to do a review on it because you guys are all probably way more familiar with it than I am. However, I will talk about, really quickly here, just the M9 gimbals. Yeah, I did get the M9 gimbals right here. I was a little bit skeptical about them, like this whole Hall effect thing or whatever, and how much smoother they were going to be. But here's the thing. I really did not like the stock Taranis gimbals. I tried it before on other people's radios. When I got it brand new, I just don't like them. man, these Hall M9s are freaking amazing. After I put them on, I'm like, these are probably the best gimbals I've ever used by far, and I just love it. I know it might be a placebo or whatever, but I feel like my flying has gotten smoother because I'm able to be more smooth with the sticks. So my transitions from movements and stopping rolls and all that other stuff just feels a lot smoother. It's almost like it's easier to fly. So I'm really digging this this upgrade with the radio. I'm super happy to have this, and it means that it'll be much easier for me to fly micros during the off season now that winter has arrived, because there's snow here already. So I'll be flying a lot of indoor stuff, and hopefully I'll get myself an alien whoop from Charlie pretty soon. I was talking to him, and the alien whoops seem freaking amazing. So if you haven't checked out the alien whoop yet, go check out the alien whoop, because that thing is freaking badass. I have heard rumors that you're able to power loop that thing indoors, so that's pretty cool. I can't wait to get my hands on something tiny and not scary that I can fly around the house and maybe not spook the wife too much. So guys, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, one more thing. Let's talk really quickly here about ClearView. So I've been flying a ClearView pretty much exclusively lately, because after I put it on, I couldn't go back to my two pineapples. Like, not that the two pineapples is a bad receiver, it's a great receiver, but damn, this voodoo magic that they have inside of the ClearView that clears up your video, it really does work. Now, it doesn't really improve your range or anything like that. What it does is that at the edges of range, where you would typically be getting a lot of breakup and a lot of vertical lines or scan lines, or your image is just almost unflyable, it's still flyable with this, because all you get is this very faint snow, and you can still make the outlines and the contrast of shapes and all that without all that flickering, which really, for me at least, makes it very difficult to fly in environments with a lot of multipathing. I find that flickering really throws me off, and this really clears that up. So you're not going to get a really extended range unless you go ahead and put some pepper boxes or something like that with really directional cones on them, but you will get a better performance out of your range, because you'll be able to fly and still see at the edges of it. And overall, it just really cleans up your video pretty damn nice. So I definitely recommend this. I know that they're extremely pricey, and I'm not saying you have to go out and buy one or anything like that, but if you have money burning in a hole in your pocket and you just want to get something cool, definitely get this, because it was probably, in terms of video, the best upgrade I've done this year, and I'm very happy with it. So I'll keep flying this, especially now that it's wintertime, and apparently this thing really shines when you fly it indoors. So we'll check that out. And the last thing that I wanted to show you guys is that I'm working on, it's sort of like a Flaco. It's not quite a Flaco. It's like a local guy that I know. His name is Ben. He's a good guy, and he's been making these frames here, and they're basically like a version 2.0 of the Flaco. Like, he took it and he made it much stronger. So apparently nobody has been able to break this frame yet. So I'm hoping that maybe I can be the first one to break it. No, not really. But I am going to put it through its paces and hit it and crash it a few times to see how it does. I do love the pod designs these days, so I'm really going back to the pods and the straight X's, and this thing is just super minimalistic, so I'm kind of digging that. Maybe it would be a good travel quad, because I can just take the props off and this would fit pretty easily inside of a bag or something like that, and I like to freestyle with these tiny little things too, so I could travel around with it. Anyway, guys, that's all I had. Just wanted to catch up with you guys, ramble on a little bit about different things that I've been trying out these days, and just generally give you guys a catch up of where I'm at. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for more stuff. I'll be doing the Hyperlight build, the Featherlight build as soon as I can, and I'll keep you guys updated on the channel as always. So, as always, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.